Hello Santi, I hope you're well. This is the video for explaining my pedigree, all the questions that are there, and to explain well all the genetics that we have and all the info that it's inside the document. So for this, I will share my screen and I will show you. So here we have my pedigree. At the left side, we have my mom's family. Um, we have at first my grandpa. He's already dead. And we have my grandma. We don't know the info of they both because like my grandpa is already dead, but my grandma, she had like she suffers the disease of Alzheimer, and because the way this disease has affected her mind, she doesn't understand what are we asking her and what she has to do. So I talked with you this, and you told me to put they both dominant both because we don't know the info. So they both had four children. The first one is my aunt; she's able to do it, and the husband she had is also able to do it. With my cousins, the oldest one, that is my cousin, she's able to do it, but the youngest one, that is my other cousin, he's not able to do it, which means that my aunt, the husband she had, and my oldest cousin are dominant recessive, but the youngest one is recessive both. Then we have my uncle. He's able to do it, and his wife is also able to do it. And as before, the oldest uh, uh, child that they had, that is a girl, is also able to do it, but these two twins are not able to do it. So my uncle, his wife, and my cousin, the oldest one, are dominant recessive, but my other two cousins that are twins are not able to do it. Then we have my other uncle. He's able to do it, but his wife no. And this case is different to the others that we saw before. The oldest cousin, she's not able to do it, but the youngest one is able to do it, which means that the two men of the family are dominant recessive, but the two girls are recessive both. Um, then we have my mom. My mom is dominant. No, my mom is able to do it, and also my dad, but I'm not able to do it, which means that my mom is dominant recessive. Also, my dad is dominant recessive, and I'm recessive both because my two parents are able to do it, but I'm not able to do it. Now we are with my dad's family. We have here my two grandpas, and as before, we don't know the info of them because they are already dead, unfortunately. So, like the conversation we have, you told me to put them as dominant both. They two had two childs, my dad and my aunt. My dad, who is the youngest, she at first had a wife, but then she married with my mom. But when he had this wife, he had three children. My oldest brother is able to do it, and we have again two twins, one girl and one boy. The boy is not able to do it, but the girl, yeah, which means that my dad, and as before, like my dad, my brother, and my brother are dominant recessive. All the boys from this family are dominant recessive, but the two girls are recessive both. Then we have my uncle, who is the youngest one. She was married with a man, and the husband she had is able to do it, and my cousin is able to do it. She is married with a man that is able to do it, and they both had a child, my cousin, that she's also able to do it, which means that my aunt is recessive both. The husband that she had is dominant recessive. My cousin is dominant recessive, the wife of my cousin is recessive both, and my other cousin is dominant recessive. Then we have the questions. There are three. The first one is, why are pedigrees important? So for me, the pedigrees are important because they show us like the importance of the family, like how could be the genetics and the inheritance, because like not in all cases, um, like we have what we think. For example, my two parents are able to do it, but I'm not able to do it, which means that pedigrees can show us a lot of facts and very cool things and ideas. Like for example, interesting facts that we don't know, and all our past generations, and how the influence that we have from them, even though we don't think that they should have something to do with our appearance or the way we act or the things that we can do. um, they do have an influence, and they can affect all these things that I named. The second question is, what did I learn from this activity? I learned that every fact, every behavior, everything that we can do and that is in our life um, has an influence from our past, like I said before. Also, that science is not always as we think in a lot of cases, and I think in the majority of them, science can like impress us and show us things that we think are not possible. Also, I learned to be patient because it was a tough activity, and I learned that like studying the inheritance is really good. Lastly, what conclusions can I make about this specific trait? I conclude that there are many different ways of inheritance and of management, and all of these are influenced. Also, I can conclude that science is really interesting and fun, and like even though we don't think something could be possible, it finally it's possible and impresses us, like I said before. Also, I conclude that like science has a lot of really little and small details, but they are like influential and important in our life. And I conclude that I want to continue like studying a little bit more about this topic, because I think it is like interesting and cool and different. Santi, I think this is all. I hope you understood you understand all the things of this video. I hope I did what you were expecting and what you put in the rubric. Thank you.